Hello, good evening, welcome to Fido. This would be number 70.
Number 70.
Make sure we're recording. Yeah, it looks like we're recording and there is sound. All right.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, welcome to Fido Live 70.
Wow.
All right, we'll go over this week's stuff that you've already done, Chief Colorist. I still got to do the backgrounds, and I generally do a like a gradient in the background here just to give the wall a shadow. All right, we have Fido and Felicia. Fido says, Bogash says this is a thermostat. It makes it hot or cold. Why do they put it so high up on the wall? If we had control over things, things would be much better. There would be no winter. Who put humans in control anyway? Well, they're the only ones who can reach the thermostat. So there is, and I finished the thermostat story arc. As it were.
We're now done with the thermostat story.
Yes, I had to reshuffle everything to get the new story arc coming in, which is this one. This one's going to go for a couple of weeks now. We've got Bogash, we got to get rid of Dino. He was only supposed to sleep on the floor for a couple of nights. Buddy, we got to get rid of Fido. He just makes messes around here.
Oh, no.
That's it. I'm tired of hearing you two complain. One of you leaves tonight, and I'm going to let Felicia decide who. Why is she still here? We've got to get rid of the cat. And look, she's got, the chief colorist did a sunset in the background, in the clouds, everything. I didn't even notice she did that. And it makes sense. One of you leaves tonight, so it's at sunset.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
let's
tried.
get a little bit of erasing here.
I know, I tried to get all the erasing. It's not easy to do all that.
Yeah.
Even with my
Usually
little
I
thing.
do the erasing before I send it to you. Oops.
Oh, what did I do?
Oh, you just knocked my table over
Well, how did I do that?
by pushing your table forward and hitting my tabaret.
Well, tell her to not do that anymore.
And okay, I think the camera is still has been unaffected. I have a soundproofing board up all around here and knocked it down. All right, that's the Wednesday. Thursday, continuing with this storyline. You can't trust Felicia with this decision. Why not? I can't decide. Maybe she can bring a new point of view. Off with their heads! Yeah, a cat's point of view. I like how she's sitting here looking so demurely, legs crossed and everything. Yeah. And changes almost instantly. Yeah, that's a cat. All right, and Friday, always in the bar. Still gonna do a lot of background again. And Felicia and Fido are kissing up to her. Here, Felicia, have a seat. I got you a bowl of cream. Good cat. You blew it there, pal. Cats don't like to be patted. That's dogs. The first one I see when I open my eyes will be kicked out of the apartment. And they scatter. And Bo's been in the background all this time, calmly drinking his beer. Are you going to make that decision anytime soon? I'm enjoying myself too much. So we go into Saturday. Where Fido finally says, that's it. I'm not doing this anymore. He throws his plate of fish, so he's serving Felicia on the ground. Meanwhile, Dino's over here massaging her feet. I don't care if you kick me out. I'll find a better home. Any place is better than here with you and him. I won? And instantly realizes, oh, you're going to kick me out anyway, aren't you?
Aww.
How'd you guess?
Aww.
You're a cat.
She's too mean.
So we end the week and we start the new week, which is what we're doing up here, with the aftermath of both Dino and Fido being kicked out of the apartment. This is the Monday comic strip, which we'll work on today. Just have to ink everybody. So Bo says, so let me see if I got what happened. Fido got angry and left, and then you kicked out Dino. Yes. So it's just you and me now. For now.
What does she mean for
that
now?
little demure position she's sitting. All right. Tuesday. We have Fido and Dino outside. Dino says, well, since we're both kicked out of the apartment, maybe we should stick together out here. Having a human around could be useful. Hold my sign up high so everyone can see it. And he holds up a sign saying, take me home, rub my belly, I'm full of love. which all the women in the neighborhood call him a creep. And Fido decides, maybe not. I'll be inking this one today. You may have noticed I've started drawing women a little bit more realistically, or harshly, depending upon your point of view. Wednesday. The dumpster is empty. I'm not living in a dumpster. This is great. Give it a try. It's starting to rain. Okay. They climb in the dumpster, and someone dumps a trash barrel of trash into it, and Fido's all excited. They're covered in trash. It's pouring out. Can this get any better? Happy Thanksgiving. He's eating some of the trash. Meanwhile, poor Dino is just a little bit upset, covered with garbage.
That's sad. I don't like them being so
He's
sick.
doing the Oscar the Grouch bit. But I'm trying to show the different points of view of the characters.
I know.
This happened, therefore these characters are doing this because this is how they are. Fido, of course, he's just got to take the world as it comes. A little tail wagging here. He's an optimist. He's gonna survive. Where Dino can't make a decision, can't do anything on his own. He's just following Fido around. Now to show more of the character point of view, we have we have Bogash and Jane here, and I can't believe Fido and Dino are gone. I will miss them. Felicia made the decision, See, she's got a little bit of hopeful look in her eyes. Bo's sort of uncomfortable. He's doing his Rodney Dangerfield thing with his tie. And then Jane says, well, remember when Fido made us Thanksgiving dinner? That was horrible. Felicia's making dinner this year. The idea, she's trying to, this is a woman of substance. She's trying to, she sees how uncomfortable he is. She's trying to make this a happier evening. They're talking about fun things that happened in the past. And Felicia's going to make dinner this year, and they sit and think about it for a moment. Want to get takeout? Good idea. They're out of there. What would a cat cook for Thanksgiving dinner?
I don't want to know.
Well, I still need to do this is Thursday, Thanksgiving. I still need to do a Friday strip, and I'm thinking whatever she was going to cook for Thanksgiving survived Thanksgiving because she never had the chance to cook it, so it'll be with them in the bar.
The Canadian goose?
Probably. Well, she tried to cook the Canadian goose last year.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
that will be a tradition, huh?
Maybe there'll be a giant turkey in the bar.
Yeah. All right,
We had prime roast beef or something on Thanksgiving, didn't we? Or
all sorts of things.
something like that.
Might notice that we're down to 4 brushes again. Last week we had 6 or 7. I've called out some of the ones that are worst. Okay, now this might look like a terrible brush. See how it's already split and looking horrible? But it actually is one of the better brushes. I was going to point on it again. But you don't want your brush to split too much, because then you get double lines and you don't have control. So I'm going for this one. All right, and as you'll remember, cartoonists are the dirtiest, filthiest creatures on the face of the planet. So I must put on a glove. Where's our ink? There's our ink. Now, in order to not smudge any of the pencil lines while I'm working here, I usually put down a sheet of paper. What do we got in my stack of stuff?
Oh no.
Well, we'll remember last week the Marvels. It came out yesterday, opening to 6.6 million. We'll remember that the Flash opened to 9, so this is doing 2/3 of what the Flash did, and the Flash was considered a failure. So it doesn't look good for the Marvels. Hey, they in the end, like, they changed the poster to a bunch of cats, and I just noticed, they call the cats Flurkins. Look at even the Flurkins are diverse. We got an orange tabby, we got a gray one, a black cat, we got a white cat down here. Really, look at the diversity of kittens. And supposedly they're saying that all these kittens are the children of this one cat, and there's a scene in which it could be in any horror film where the cats have to eat the humans. when the mouth opens and the tentacles go out and they swallow things, they're not actually eating them, but they're transporting them to another universe or whatever.
Sure they are.
But there's supposedly a funny horror scene where they're running around the space station trying to swallow all the humans to save them, and someone has to get on the PA system and says, "Let the cats eat you." It sounds like a better film than it is.
Let the cats eat you. No, I refuse.
But they pulled out all the stops in the end. They even did a Monday Night Football Super Bowl football commercial, figuring that we'll get all those stupid jocks to come to this woman's film. And if you did, like I told you, show Brie Larson's new body and everything, you'd have a chance. What do? No, they have Captain America and Iron Man and Thanos. These people are not in this film. This is false advertising. Now, there's a false advertising law in California that will never be enforced on the new Captain Marvel trailer. And I just wish once they'd enforce some of these laws in this country. We have so many of them. So, well, we might use Brie here again for Brie with her new stomach muscles. Look at the size of those stomach muscles. Jeez. It's funny. I'm looking at her stomach muscles and not at her breasts. Oh well. Okay. Okay. We're just for that reason we can't have Brie. Can't have nice things, can we? What else can we use? Oh, they've anyone might remember the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So apparently those are not going to be the Seven Dwarfs. Those are like thieves or robbers. They're going to do a more a CGI traditional group of dwarfs now. And no, they did not pull this out of their ass in the last minute. Yes, the film has been delayed 2 years. And according to Mail Online, they've already spent $300 million on it. And, ouch. Well, they still got to do all this.
And then it's going to come out and no one's going to see it. So, it's kind of weird.
Well, speaking of coming out and no one sees it, has this come out yet? Oh, December 21st. Never mind. Aquaman.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if it ever came out.
No one's going to care by the time that comes out.
Well, they've already said that James Gunn universe is going to make all this irrelevant. So, whoops, there goes.
I didn't do it. I didn't touch it.
There you go.
I didn't touch it.
There we go.
I have not moved. Not me.
My soundproofing. All right. That's what it is. My soundproofing. Okay, so Walt Disney has taken on a new CFO, and surprise, 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 it's a white guy. I would have never guessed it.
An older white guy.
An old white man. Huge Johnson.
Oh.
Replacing Christine McCarthy because I think he can do maths. Because,
maths?
Well, maths. Yes, he can do maths. Because I'm pretty sure Hugh would not give these people $300 million to do what they've done so far with Snow White. So we're hoping Hugh does a better job. And I would not take this job, Hugh, but you do you. Hugh's from Pepsi. So now maybe they'll be selling Pepsi in the Disney parks. Disney parks sell Coke. Disney used to sell both Coke and Pepsi, but Walt had a problem with Pepsi supplying and just said, "Screw you, people! We're going just for Coke." I think it was. I think that was the start of the Cola Wars, actually, when Coke took over Disney.
Could have been.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to claim. If anyone wants to look it up, well, get a life. So we don't have anything to cut out here yet because they're going to eventually sell something in here, I'm guessing, next. But we'll find out. We'll have to, and we'll modify Disney's list of companies in the near future. So they had. Now let's go back to our Disney thing. They had their earnings call, and it was like Super Bowl day for the nerds online, and
At least all the nerds we watch.
they gleefully watched the CNBC interview that Iger did, and minutes before the actual shareholder meeting, and our good friend Mexican Iron Man kept on yelling, "Dang it, Bob! Where's my dividend? Where's my dividend?" We're thinking. Bob has to hear this in his dreams. I'm sure he goes home at night, lights are out, and he's curled up in his bed. It's all silent and quiet. And he's about to go to sleep, and he hears off in the distance Mexican Iron Man, "Where's my dividend? Where's my dividend?"
And he goes to get in the shower.
Where's my dividend? There's a episode of The Simpsons where Bart wins an elephant on a radio program, and just a couple of wacky DJs. It was supposed to be a joke gift. They were going to give him money or a video game system. No, I want the elephant. So he just keeps on harassing them. "Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant?" They're on the air trying to broadcast, and you hear on the air in the background, "Where's my elephant? Where's my elephant?" So that's the problem that Bob Iger is probably living with now. Mexican Iron Man saying, "Where's my dividend? Where's my dividend? Where's my dividend?"
And even from a distance, you just hear, "Where's my dividend?"
So, Disney says that they're going to pay off their put on Hulu, and that they're only going to pay like $8.7 billion when the minimum they need to pay is $9.1, and most likely they're going to pay 18 or 20. But I just wanted to remind people how much 8 point something billion dollars is. Remember the film The Batman? There was this big pile of money that the Joker burned.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
That was $4 billion. So I've for visual effect, what I've done here is I printed out two of the stacks of that money, and let's get in here with our trusty scissors. I'm just gonna quickly cut this out for. You got that glue stick over there?
I do have that glue stick.
Can I borrow that for a moment?
Sure.
Yeah. No, right. No.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna just for a visual aid here. And we can't have Heath Ledger there, but fortunately, I got Bob Iger's book, A Ride of a Lifetime. Yes, this is a ride of a lifetime. He's going to burn over $8 billion on Hulu. Do with it basically what he's done with every other major Disney acquisition. So let's get Bob's face here on top of Heath. There we go. It looks perfect. Yeah. And we'll just put the double. There you go. That's $8 billion that he's going to be spending that they don't have on Hulu Plus. Where I'll give you your glue stick back on Hulu Plus. So visual aid. So that might be what we use. Oh, actually, well, here's a good visual representation of $8 billion, but the standard of unit of cost that I like to use is the Challenger tank. So we're going to say about 2 Challenger, no, 20 Challenger tanks. They've already taken 40 plus from the British Commonwealth for the kickbacks from their many films that they've recorded over there in the United Kingdom. But now they're going to take another. No, they're not taking this from the UK government. So they should have no trouble whatsoever because they've gotten much more than the $10 billion they need to buy Hulu. Yeah. So. Again, we're still looking. Let's go back to a. I don't think this would work as a. I could use it. Or just a Disney dumpster fire. What we're going to use. So, once upon a time, many years ago, I have some.
In the galaxy, far away.
I have some friends and family members who were excitedly going to visit Disney. On what they called a gay day to protest what they thought was what they thought at the time was their civil rights. I guess they expected Disney not to let them in. But seriously, all Disney was asking was, don't wear your assless chaps. There are kids here, and a good time was had by all. I think they actually expected Disney to turn the water hoses on them and chase them out of the park, but no, Disney's the happiest place on earth. They were going to welcome anyone, and really, modern America, we don't hate gay people. We've never hated anyone, really. We're not as racist as you want us to be, or you wished we were. So, from that point, no, Disney did not want any trouble, and they did not want to look like bigots. No one wants to look like a bigot. And gradually, Disney went around their park, and they started to fix everything that would make them look bad. You'll remember, I don't know if you've ever been on the Jungle Cruise, for instance, which doesn't work, by the way. It's broken down so many times. They've updated it. They've taken the head salesman, Trader Sam, off, but they still have Trader Sam's gift shop.
Do they?
Yeah, and they've bastardized Splash Mountain, making it into Princess of the Frog. You remember the great work here of James Basket. They don't want anyone to remember. Yes, instead we're going to have this with this wonderful non-representative artwork of Louisiana in the 20s. That's nothing like any artwork that would ever appear in Louisiana in the 20s. And you're left with a sort of sad feeling that this park used to be kind of a fun little museum piece full of these anachronisms, and now all you're reminded of is that it's not that anymore.
Well, that's sad.
It's sad. But Disney is the epitome of racism and sexism. They just don't see it that way.
Well, on that happy note.
Head salesman here. Now out of work. Well, the problem originally, actually, that was an animatronic, and the old style animatronics were really hard to maintain, which is why if you go to the Disney organizational chart, you'll see that little company way down there that sort of survived this big thing coming out. That's a company that makes these wonderful new animatronic robots using servos and stuff that doesn't need to be maintained. And they could have replaced Trader Sam with a new one, but they just took him out, threw him away. Because
That's kind of sad.
yeah.
But I
The
guess everything changes.
Tiana's new ride, Princess and the Frog ride, which is the remake of Splash Mountain. The original Splash Mountain had like 20 or 30 animatronic characters. Tiana's only going to have 8 or 9. So, but less maintenance, I suppose.
So are they going to fill in the spots with anything else, or is it just going to be like a mostly empty ride?
Are they going to fill the spots in with anything else? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to fill it in with wonderful artwork.
Well, I don't mean that. I meant like, interactive people. Well, I guess they're not interactive because you're in that thing. When I went, I think we told the story before, but when I went to Disney World when I was young, I did not go on Splash Mountain because it had all kinds of warnings on it about people with disabilities and such.
Yeah, but I didn't care. I took her on it anyway.
Yeah, he thought, well, it's a honeymoon, so if I, actually, no, that was when we were dating, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you did want to break up.
She survived.
I survived. Mm. And then my husband used that metric of, how fast that went and how steep the things were.
It became a scale, yes.
It became a scale to see what other rides I could go on and survive.
So we'd go to every park and we'd say, how's this like next to Splash Mountain. Oh, it's much worse. Oh, it's nothing. It's much better.
What do you mean we? You did all that.
I think Dudley Do-Right should have been our new scale after that.
Should have been.
Dudley Do-Right should
Should
be
be closed.
That was a scary ride.
That was a freaking horrifying ride. And it wasn't even like fun scary. It was just.
But that was at another park. That wasn't a Disney.
That was
But
in
yeah,
Universal.
yeah,
I think, right? Was it
yeah.
Universal?
Well, Universal's a much better park.
Oh yeah.
Go
Well, except Dudley Do-Right and freaking Popeye.
They're in the next 10 years. They're going to spend They're going to invest $60 billion in park maintenance.
Okay.
Most of that $60 billion is going to be spent toward the end of the 10 years, they say. So this is the sort of thing like the federal government will say, yes, we're going to spend $1 billion on this, but no, we're going to give you a tax cut. But most of the tax cut you're not going to see until 4 or 5 years from now. By that time, the people who promised that are already out of office, and the new people are not going to give you that tax cut. But anyway, they're going to spend $60 billion. And, none of it is going to domestic parks. Some going to cruise ships, but most of it's going to foreign parks. And it's kind of funny because they don't even own those foreign parks. Chi-Coms at any moment can just take that away from them. I don't know what they're thinking. I'm guessing they're just saying this and they're not going to do it.
That's possible.
Yeah. But the American parks need a lot of maintenance, and you've got a lot of competition. People are coming where they're going to eat your lunch, Disney. And when you had wonderful little anachronistic things like the head salesman here, Sam, Trader Sam, I'm going to write that down because I keep forgetting to write it. Jerry, Trader Sam, you had something. But today people go through your parks and all they're reminded of is what's not there anymore. And the assholes who took it away from them. And you guys are the assholes. It's not a good look, Disney. And I figure we put Bo in his socks here because it's late at night. They're relaxing with a beer, and Bo's just realizing that he's there all alone with the cat, which is a frightening prospect to anyone to be home alone with a cat.
I don't know. People like cats.
Well, Felicia's not quite a flirking yet. You know, I wonder how the closed captioning will do with flirking. Yes, I'm guessing they censor it out, like a word like fucking. They'll censor flirking.
Probably.
Yeah, they'll probably think I'm saying a bad word.
Well, it certainly does sound like you're saying a bad word, Mr. Crosby. So maybe you should be flirting.
Well, shove your flirking cat up your.
A now.
Exactly. Yes. That you can put it there. Gee, maybe we should go back to the flirkings. Our inspiration, so we don't have to look at poor Trader Sam and how he was betrayed.
Is he the one whose family came out and said that they were upset? Because he was.
No, Baskin is the the guy from Song of the South.
Song of the South.
Zippity Doodah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a bad time his entire life. He won an Oscar, and I don't even think they let him attend.
I think he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't there
Yeah.
for the Oscar, from what I understand. I don't know how they gave it to him. I mean, did they like send it in the mail? Or did they
No, they had some white guy from Disney collect it.
yeah. Now, see, that kind of shit doesn't make sense. But I don't think that. Well, I shouldn't say anything. I don't know.
Well,
don't
Pity
know.
Pat from Gone with the Wind had won an Oscar as well, and she couldn't go to get it.
See, now I thought she did,
Um,
and I thought that was. Part
Well,
of
I could be wrong. I'm not saying, but it sounds like an urban myth or the sort of what's
that
the
she couldn't go, or that she
well
didn't?
that she couldn't go. What's like a Mandela moment.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
don't remember.
everyone.
She wasn't there, but she
Yeah.
was actually there.
Right. It could be a Mandela moment. I might be wrong. I don't know.
I am like not even remotely certain about what I said, so I can't. Woo! Guess what I just did?
You dropped something.
No. Well,
Yeah.
No.
You and your constant battle with gravity.
I just stuck the glue stick to my arm. Well, it really didn't stick, but
Cheers.
there's ickiness on my arm.
Oh.
Yeah. Stickiness and ickiness on my
Gee,
arm.
that's not usually where it is.
I knew you were gonna say something like that.
Oh,
I
of
knew
course.
it. I just knew it. Is everybody ready for Christmas?
We're still. Hold it. We still have another holiday in between there. We still gotta get through
And
Thanksgiving.
we still have one other very important day.
And in fact, we're hopefully going to be inking Thanksgiving. Where is it? Yeah, this is our Fido Thanksgiving, where Jane and Bo are sitting at a table waiting, deciding not to eat the cat's food.
And there's also one very important day too.
Yeah, when is that? It's like the 15th, right?
Yep.
Yeah, her birthday, the chief colorist's birthday. Anyone who wants to send her gifts, she's registered.
Accepts everything.
She's registered at Artist and Craftsman up there in Route 1 Saugus.
Oh, is she now? Sure, why not?
She needs color pencils.
I will. I can always use color pencils. I have a ton of them, but I don't have a ton of the colors I use a lot of, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, of course you use them. And we're down to our last rag. I'd like to once more thank the good people at Amazon for screwing up and sending me these in the mail. Since they don't fit me per se, I've had to find other uses for them. Where's the black one? Oh, look, it's got a tag. You know, no wonder why women are so self-conscious. This is considered extra large.
Wait till you get to the like Chinese or Japanese
guess it
sizings.
stretches. Yeah.
It does stretch, but it also still means you're like.
I think in either Vietnam or Cambodia, America dropped it. No, it was somewhere over the Russians. We dropped a bunch of condoms marked extra small, and they were like extra large. It's just a bit of
So
psyop.
that was like a little ha ha ha.
It was a psyop.
Mm-hmm.
Probably again another urban myth, but
Yeah,
I'll take it.
but it's a fun one. It's a silly one.
My phone keeps on going.
Oh my gosh, you having another spam day?
No, this is just. Let me respond. Alright, back to the show.
On with the show this event.
Because everyone wants to see this, my Captain Bob moment, where I'm just sort of sitting here quietly drawing. Now, Captain Bob Connell is not to be confused with Bob Ross, who actually worked at paintings. Bob O'Connell did sort of a New England show here, where to the tune of a sea shanty song, he had his little set that looked like a Nantucket boatman's house, and he would just peacefully draw on Saturday mornings. I guess you were supposed to sit at home with your own drawing board and try to draw with his drawing, because he'd take you step by step through all the techniques and everything he was doing. But he worked too fast for me. I could never follow along. I was only 5 or 6 years old. But yes, I remember Captain Bob O'Connell. Years before Bob Ross. Actually, there was this German guy who did it before Bob Ross.
I don't think I remember these people
Yeah.
that you're talking
Well,
about.
the German guy stole. Sorry. Bob stole the happy trees from the German guy. The German guy's the one who originated.
Oh,
You know,
really?
drawing these happy trees and happy. He was the German guy was always so very happy. Probably a ex-Nazi. Came over here with Operation Paperclip to to paint. And now we draw the showers, and here's the barbed wire fence, and this is the machine guard post, a happy little machine guard post. Oh. Never thought I'd ever end up doing a show where I was drawing.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought that that's exactly what you thought you'd end up doing.
No, well, actually, I'm just doing this to promote the comic strip. I'm not doing this to show anyone how to draw with a brush.
Oh, I meant the whole thing about.
In fact, I kind of wish people wouldn't learn how to draw with a brush, because then I'd be like the only guy out there doing it.
Well, you're
You know,
intentionally like
screw you
leaving
people.
out some big stuff, right? Just so that they don't know. You know, it's like when you see the Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe and there's one ingredient missing.
Alright, leave me alone. Alright, let's get back. Trying to do all those little cartoony things, like have actual expressions and thought behind each character. And it's completely unnecessary because it probably doesn't read.
Well, I can tell. And I try to like shape things differently for different emotions and stuff.
Yeah, most of the comic strips out there, they don't bother with them much. Some characters are just traced over and over again with just their arms and legs moved differently, like the old animation styles, like the old Hanna-Barbera Saturday morning cartoons. At least those had some emotion. Where else can you find a purple cat, really?
Well, its intent was to be kind of green, gray.
Gray, yeah.
Well, no, like a gray, like a royalty kind of.
Well, the first thing I thought of was Chauncey from Top Cat.
There you go. Yeah. The heck is this?
I had
don't know.
nothing to do with any of the colors. That's just not my department. Not my department. I make
Sometimes you do.
I make suggestions and tell you that, well,
No,
for
sometimes
the,
you outright make demands, which is fine. It's your strip. I understand.
for the story, I would like this to look like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes the joke better.
Oh shoot! Did I?
What's wrong?
I'm screwing up stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I saved an address, but it appears I did not save.
Ah.
Son of a bitch.
I think this is the first time we're drawing Felicia with her ass facing us. So
Oh my.
she's upstage. She's upstaging us.
I have to call my cousin and find out what's going on with my uncle. He won't return my calls. Sorry, side note. My phone. Okay, according to my phone, I have 172 contacts. I didn't know I knew 172 people.
So
I'm
yeah,
not so sure I do know all of these people.
For whatever reason, Bo has stood here to look around, so it's just you and me now. And of course, that's the moment where the cat takes his spot on the chair. Telling us that, well, she's planning on replacing him. So I haven't written the conclusion to this, but we're on sitcom rules. So of course, at the end of the day, we've got a reset with Dino back sleeping on the floor, Fido back sleeping on the couch, obviously. But I'll show you some of the extended ideas that I've been kicking around. I wanted to sit with this storyline a little bit longer to develop the jokes as they were better. But I found out around Wednesday or Thursday that I had to do a show again Saturday, and I had nothing on the board.
That is true.
I literally drew all this last night.
You had a lot of ideas, you just didn't have anything on the board.
Yeah,
You said.
I wanted to sit with the things longer and
I know.
improve the writing. But where is our sketchbook? Since we're talking about it, you can go through some of the jokes that we probably will never use. Yeah, I'm going to put this up here so it doesn't get too streaky. Okay, there's the dumpster one. Let's see. We'll probably never use this one. Dino's on guard duty with Mia. She says, "What's that smell?" And Dino explains, "I'm living in the dumpster now with Fido." And Mia says, "Gee, and I thought it wasn't possible for you to get any less attractive."
Aww.
Won't be using that one. This one, Mia is walking Dino home or back to the dumpster. And Dino says, "Well, I guess I'm home," looking at the dumpster. And Fido's in there. Mia says, "Hi, Fido." And Fido has like already set the place up as a home. He's cleaning up and he's everything. And he's saying, "Dino, take out the garbage." And Dino says, "I'd like to, but she won't date me because I smell bad."
Oh.
Not going to use that one.
No, I don't think so. But
I thought that we'd have it so Mia felt bad about Dino and Fido living on the street, so she takes them in. You two can stay here till you find your own place. This is great. Kind of small. Where do I sleep? So Mia sleeps in like a one-room thing because she's from communist North Korea. This is luxury to her. "Oh, Fido, you're so cute. You could sleep at the foot of my bed. What's this? A futon? It's better for your back. You sleep on the floor." We're still working on ideas. There's a joke in there somewhere. It's on the floor. Dino used to sleep on the floor. This will be no hardship for him, but I need a couch. Yeah, Fido can't sleep on the floor.
of course not.
Anyway, this is how rough the jokes get before they get funny, folks. Oh, yeah, and there's one I wrote for when we return, finally, from all this mess. Felicia says, "I'm healthy as a cat." And Fido says, "Huh?" Felicia says, "Well, you know the phrase, sick as a dog? Well, I'm trying to start a new one, healthy as a cat. How's that working out for you?" "I'm already sick of it."
Very cute.
So, I've got to bring this storyline to an end. Probably we'll do it on the Friday or Saturday, because Friday comes after the Thanksgiving episode, and Felicia never gets a chance to cook Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe we can come up with some sort of storyline there. Oh yeah, Flurkins, so that we can reset everything and get the boys back home. Bring the boys home.
The boys are back at home. I've been singing today, so very sorry.
Yeah, you and Brie Larson.
Oh yeah, I didn't know she sang. Well, we found that out last
We
week.
found that out last week, apparently, yes, because she has a hit song that's inside that Scott Pilgrim film. But apparently she sings on the Marvels. There's a planet where you can only communicate through song. Ah, jeez. How is that film not making more than $6.6 million on its opening day?
Yeah. How is it making 6.6 million?
Well, I spoke of Nelson Peltz last week. He he's one of the founders of Marvel, and when he sold to Disney, the big caveat was that you let us stay in control of these things here at Marvel, and we'll just make you the money. You don't. And Bob, at that time, was just looking to make money. He wasn't a social justice warrior. So they had the Marvel Writing Committee, something like that, and the committee kept Feige from running amok. And after finally firing Peltz, our friend Feige went and ran amok, and that's why we have so many failures today. All Peltz wanted was to sell toys. Make a film that will sell me some toys, and that was a good sign of quality, because if a film sucks, it's not going to sell toys.
That's true.
But these folks thought that they were fighting the new civil rights battle, and that's a hill they're going to die on. They will defend diversity, equity, and inclusion to their dying breath. And I'm thinking the only thing you can do with them is just take them out of power. You can't reason with them. It's not your job. If you're able to make something diverse and equitable and wonderful and still make a good film, fine.
But if you can't, don't.
It's an afterthought. It's not your driving purpose.
Or it shouldn't be a driving purpose.
And now that they've done so much damage to the company, people are avoiding them just because they're thinking, oh, they're trying to social engineer. They're not going to force me, and people are going to fight back. There's going to be blowback. So now Disney can't do diversity, equity, and inclusion at all because they've burnt those bridges. They've got to stop it and just make regular films. It'll be years before they get an audience to trust them again.
If ever.
So somewhere in there is the title for today's broadcast.
Will we ever trust again? Can we ever trust again?
You're close.
I thought I might
Well,
be.
because they did the false advertising on their Monday Night Football ad, and they had Captain America and Iron Man and Thanos on an ad who did not appear in the film. Can we ever trust Disney again? Can we ever trust again? You're close. You're close to the title. Disney has done all this stuff to their parks because they want to do the right thing. I understand. But I guess you can't do that anymore because, we can't have nice things anymore now, can we? You went too far. Now, bring back Nelson Peltz in the Marvel Writing Committee. And I'm not saying fire Kevin Feige, but, put him back to his editing role. He's a good editor. He brings in he foams the runway so he can bring the plane in for a landing. You shouldn't be doing that. You're spending $200 million plus in these films. They should be reasonably more thought out before you commit. Oh, we'll fix it in post. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
So their next big film. I was going to say another word with an F. It starts with F. Next big film
Film.
is called Wish, and it doesn't look good. They're already shooting out warning signs that perhaps this might be another miscue because, well, Disney has damaged their product. They're no longer a viable business model.
True.
And this one's gonna hurt. It's another Disney princess, and they really want this Disney princess to succeed because she's all the right shape and color, and puts her organic parts in the right spots.
Well, that was creepy sounding.
Yes. They're going to be so upset when this one comes crashing onto the foamed runway.
Comes crashing to a screeching halt.
On the foamed runway. Because they're hoping to make park rides out of this, and it's a new Disney princess, and it's a diverse one too. I mean, they're excited. This is the kind of princess.
Boy, oh boy.
It's the kind of princess we want for this century, for this millennium. I don't think you can do that anymore, guys. We don't trust you. No, I gotta put. Well, let me just write up here at trust. Somewhere in there is the title of today's broadcast.
You're already thinking about a title? Is it that late?
Well, midway through the thing, I would like to at least have an idea of a title that we can work on. And
Yeah, but usually you start to think about the title more towards the end, rather than midway through.
well, we're at the hour. No, we're almost at the hour.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
51 minutes. So this would be the normal time. I think my internal clock is functioning just fine.
When we started, there was sun outside.
Yeah, it's dark out. Wow, I was looking at the camera looks okay.
The sun has set.
Yes. It has transited the meridian and entered into the evening incarnation. As the Earth spins at 900 miles an hour, it orbits at 19 miles a second. A sun that doesn't always want to hang out when you want it to. You can't even trust the sun.
Well, it's because of freaking daylight savings. Now it's going to be warm, and it's going to be dark at 4.
There were several jokes online about how dogs don't like daylight savings, to the point that, like, I can't use this joke now, can I? Everyone else is using it. But yeah, dogs, cats, they don't. What's this daylight savings time bullshit? No, dinner.
It is dinner time. Feed me dinner.
They don't trust us.
Well, yeah, but do we trust them? Come on.
A dog is forever faithful.
That's true. Yeah.
Fido, Fidelis is
Yeah, well, you're right.
faithful.
You're right.
That's why we call Canis familiaris, because dogs are little suck ups and kiss asses. You can't trust Fido, obviously, especially with your debit card number.
Yeah, but really, what animal can you trust with your debit card number? I mean, you know.
I had a goldfish that was completely trustworthy. He couldn't get out of that bowl to save his life. He was never going to do anything wrong.
All right. You got me there.
Mm-hmm. I think at the time when I was a kid, when I got the goldfish, TV show Different Strokes was on, and Arnold had a black goldfish, so I had to have one.
Oh,
So see,
did you?
so see, like, actually, see how unracist I was as a kid. I didn't even know Arnold was black. Different Strokes. I just knew the goldfish was. But yeah, I got it. They call them remora. And I can't even think of the name of the fish now. Gary Coleman. He went off the rails late in his career, now didn't he?
Yeah, he had some issues. Not really sure why, but he did.
Didn't he become a mall cop guard or something?
Yeah, I think he did at one point. And he has since passed.
Oh, and poor Dana Plato, she had all sorts of drug problems.
Oh yeah, she, you know, I hate to say this because it's gonna sound really evil of me, but of the three of them,
Todd Bridges came up the best.
yes,
Isn't what's Todd is doing reality, isn't he?
probably,
Like a reality
but not
show?
even so much that, he's just okay. The other two are gone. The other two are passed. Whatever he's done, he's been okay.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Like, it's not like he's done anything, you know, spectacular or anything, whatever, but he's done okay.
I don't know why I'm thinking of it, but J.J. Walker, every once in a while, he would appear on one of the late night shows because apparently, I guess he actually lived on the same street where they recorded the show. So whenever they went outside,
Oh, really?
so whenever they went outside for whatever reason, JJ was out there.
Well, wouldn't you be too if you did? He's still alive, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
still-
JJ Walker's fine. Dynamite. All these, well, JJ was a little bit before my time. The whole What's Happening TV show.
No, sir, you watched it. I watched
Actually, no, that's not What's Happening. That's Good Times.
it. Good times.
Yeah, What's Happening is even before my time.
What's
Even more.
Happening was a little before our time.
Yeah. Well, we had all these diverse commercials. No, sorry, TV shows, and we trusted these people. We loved these people. We invited them into our home every week. And where did it go wrong? I'm thinking at for Disney at least, it went wrong a few years ago when they didn't turn the fire hoses on a bunch of people in assless chaps.
Oh, stop. That's just wrong.
Yeah, saying there are kids here. Just leave the kids alone. But we're protesting. Yeah, okay. What do you want? There you go. You have it. You're all set now. Now, anything else we can get you? Good. Now leave us alone. We're not bigots. What's that? Okay, we'll give you another Disney princess. This one will be really gay.
Chicken and maker cake.
Please, don't hurt us.
All right, enough.
Nice park you got here, Mr. Disney. Too bad if a bunch of guys in assless chaps were to come in. Okay, fellas, what can we give you? Couple more princesses. Okay, fine. And all that led to where we are today,
And where's that?
where Disney absolutely has to stop all of their good work because it doesn't make them money. No one will trust them with their children anymore.
You are not incorrect. But that's kind of sad too.
I don't even trust Disney to give to show me a preview of their new film.
Yeah.
As they might put some scenes from other films to try to trick us into seeing their new film. Let's see, I'm gonna flip this on its side so I can. It's dry enough, right? And I can set the flirkin on top of Dino's head and judge a straight-ish line here. Guess we've used the flirkins today for our inspiration.
There you go. So now is that the title?
The flirkins are our inspiration? Yeah. No, it's going to be something to do with trust. Maybe just trust. Don't trust your local cartoonist. I am not trustworthy. Don't put that on me. I'm not saying I am. Just saying we can't trust Disney anymore. Let's get Nelson Peltz in there and his friend from the Saber group. Is that what the name of it?
Yeah, because we kept thinking of The Office
Yeah.
when we heard Saber.
Investment group, the Saber investment group, to put Disney back on its trustworthy ways. I don't even trust them to spend $60 billion on maintenance for the parks.
You don't, huh?
It sounds like a lie, because most of that money won't be spent till like 8 or 9, 10 years from now. By that time, who's going to remember?
That is true.
They pledged.
Nobody's gonna, no one's gonna be there to account for what they said.
You guys have got some hurting coming because, well, people are coming to eat your lunch, mostly from Universal. There are better parks in your own backyard. Knott's Berry Farm has just linked up with Six Flags.
Really?
They're,
That I did not know.
They've merged, and so there's more competition. The parent group behind Knott's Berry Farm is actually going to have the majority share in the new Six Flags company. As Six Flags has not been managing things as well as they could.
Really? That's kind of oh, Six Flags, yeah. For a minute I got it confused with Universal. No, Six Flags, yeah. I can see that.
But the parent company that runs Knott's Berry has been very successful. It's a smaller company, but they're taking over.
Well, if they can, and if they can make it work.
I think they make more per guest than Six Flags makes.
Per year? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, who knows? There's some sort of metric along those lines. Don't have any of the paperwork in front of me. It's all just from memory. And the new Universal Park, which is going to now have the wonderful little train line going straight to it from Miami to bring in tourists. Train line that Disney could have had.
Were they smart enough?
I don't know how they let that one slip. Bad management. But you're not maintaining your parks as it is, Disney. Now I'm trying to come up with another phrase that we don't trust. Sorry. Another reason why we don't trust Disney. How many more? Where's my dividend?
Where's my dividend? You have to say it with kind of like a ooh, like a haunting, like.
Dang it, Bob! Where's my dividend? Dang it, Bob! Where's my dividend? Dang it, Bob! I probably should put the hashtag "Dang it, Bob" in the.
There you go.
Well, that's a Mexican Iron Man's hashtag.
Yeah.
So I'll probably at least get his attention.
Damn it, Bob, where's my
No, dang,
dividend?
D-A-N-G.
Oh,
Yes.
dang it, Bob, where's my dividend?
I
I don't know.
do believe many broadcasts ago I said the biggest problem Disney has is not giving out their dividend.
Yeah, I think you did.
And back at that time, they were saying, yeah, there's no dividends, and we have no plans anytime in the future of ever giving a dividend back because we want to invest this money in Fox. They wasted so much money on Fox after that. But we're going to grow bigger, and you're going to want to keep this stock. You don't need a dividend anymore. Now this last earnings call, yeah, we're going to send a recommendation to the board to decide whether to have a dividend. So it's all the board, not me.
We don't. We would give you a dividend.
But the board is such meanies.
Yeah, mean bad boy.
You know, Bob, I don't trust you. There you go, I got another one.
There you go.
No, Bob, I don't trust you.
Dang it, Bob.
Dang it, Bob, I don't.
Dang it, Bob. Dang it all to hell.
I don't know why he came back, but I'm glad he did. He was just very entertaining.
Very egotistical. Very.
Yeah, he thought he was going to be president of the United States.
Well, and he came back because, I can run this place. I don't know why I left this place.
You don't want to leave a shower.
It's pretty sad when the shower works better in the shower at home. Come on, man. Come on, step it up.
Well, he's a wealthy guy.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good question. Let's look at his house again. There it is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Make yourself a shower there.
Yeah, you should have. Well, he's got a nice swimming pool.
Yeah.
Movie stars. I'm looking at his living room here. What, is this like a wood-burning fireplace in the middle of the floor? Wow. Oh, big windows. Yeah, he's got to have a decent shower in there.
I know. Of course he does.
If I was JPEG, I would have had a shower installed in my office just
Well, yeah, but that's easier said
petty.
than done.
Even if I had to spend my own money.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
you would have gone that far, huh?
Yeah.
I want a shower too. Dang it, Bob. Where's my shower? You might have to explain that because not everybody knows that story, I don't think.
But Bob JPEG has a shower in his
That's
office
why
and
you supposedly have to keep it.
and did not want to give it up to. No, Bob Iger has a shower. He
Bob Iger,
yeah, he did not want to give the office up to JPEG. If anyone's seen earlier shows, we've gone through this.
Yeah, I know. But
Maybe
it's
we
always good to remind people.
maybe we have a new audience, huh?
Yeah.
But Nelson Peltz trusted Bob to let him run the company and make money for him, and Bob fires him. You can't trust Bob Putin. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Iger.
I hear what you
It was a natural mistake.
Of course it was. Yep.
Get Fido's paw here.
It is relatively early in the day, and it feels like it's midnight.
Yeah. Well, we've got like bright lights out there anyway, just the street lights, so not like it's that dark.
No, but it just feels like it's midnight. I cannot believe I didn't save the freaking address I'm looking for. Oh,
Oh, well.
dumbass.
Okay, that one's all done. Cheers. What are we looking at here for time? Hour 10 minutes. Either that or yeah, okay. 5.72 gigabytes. I saw 5.72 and said, what? 5 hours? We haven't been at it that long. Let me put that sucker up here in the magnets to dry. There's our head salesman, Trader Sam. Yep, even Trader Sam couldn't trust Disney. He lost his job too.
Aww. Too much sadness. Stop with the sadness.
But once upon a time, people thought that Disney was not going to allow the gays into their park. Disney didn't care.
Okay.
In fact, many of their employees were the gays.
Okay, though.
They absolutely did not want to look racist. They did not want to look sexist. They didn't want to look like homophobes. You were going to say something?
In the 60s, they didn't even allow you to have long hair.
Long hair, yeah.
So, I mean,
Visible.
there is a
Well, now they
precedent.
now they really need the employees, so they'll take anyone.
No, they wouldn't even let you in if you were a guest with long hair.
Invisible tattoos.
Yeah. So there's a precedent.
So,
That's what I said. I know it's not.
what you're
precedent.
also what you're also suggesting is that there's a weakening of standards. No one holds up any.
No, what I'm suggesting is they were discriminatory. So there's
People-
a history of discrimination.
People cared more back then, and they
No,
don't care anymore. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that at all. No. There was discrimination back in.
I'm reminded of the father of one of my aunts. He's older Polish man, and as a high school kid, he survived the Nazi invasion of Poland, and he lived in Chelsea, Mass, which is a pretty rough town. And kids were spray painting the doors on his garage on him, and everything. He's trying to stop them. He says, "What Chelsea needs is the SS." Oh, really?
Oh my! Well,
If they see a kid spray painting on the wall, they stop them. Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh well, that's some interesting insight. How's the weather?
What did you do during the war, Grandpa? I built a bridge for the Nazis. Well, okay. It was a good bridge.
He had to build a bridge for them.
Yeah.
It's not like he was like, let's go build a
You
bridge.
see, saying, one day everything Polish, next day everything German.
Yeah.
I was in high school, and they took us out and made us build a bridge.
Yeah, that was that.
Practical
that's-
education, I suppose.
That line about what Chelsea needs. That line.
What Chelsea needs is the SS.
That was. I will never forget that. And he was so sincere, and it was like, well, sir. I think that might be a bit extreme, but hey, listen, I don't live there, so.
Well, he was never a soldier. He never took up guns. He never.
No, but,
Yeah.
but he was.
He was a Polish occupied German.
Yeah, he was surviving. Let's put it
Community.
that way.
Yeah.
He was doing what he needed to do to survive, or what he was forced to do to survive. But I should not talk about Chelsea. I am a Chelsea person at heart.
Yes, you are.
My entire family is. Both ends, both sides.
And everyone got the heck out of there.
Um,
Anyone left?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
not of my immediate. Well, not of my.
They go there to get buried.
Yes, they go back to Chelsea to get buried out. Yes.
It's sort of like a thing like salmon do. You know, they swim upstream to.
Doesn't matter how long they've been out of Chelsea. Once they die, they want to be waked in Chelsea. Because that makes sense. By the time my mom will have passed away, she will have been in other cities
Much
far
longer,
maybe
yeah.
twice as long, if not longer, than she was in Chelsea.
Yeah.
And she has no ties, not a single tie to Chelsea. Although my aunt did not go back. My aunt stayed where she lived and had her funeral there, and her burial there. But it's comfortable. And you wouldn't mind, but there's only one funeral parlor in Chelsea that they want to go to.
And it's horrible.
And yes,
It's
very
not
nice.
it's not handicap accessible.
The people are nice. They do a decent service, but the building itself is just not, like you said, not handicap accessible. It's not all that big, really. It's kind of broken up weird.
My ancestral funeral home is no longer in business.
Oh yeah, that was the one on your old street, right?
Yeah, it's gone.
Is it really?
Mm.
I didn't know that.
Well, they used to have the parking lot across the street, and when I saw that a building was put up there, I knew their days were numbered. They put a big residential building up there.
Yeah, because there's no real parking there at all.
Yeah, parking's always been a problem.
Yeah. I know, when I was going over to your house, I almost had a hard time finding a space.
But that's okay. That's so you could climb all those stairs.
You know I had to have liked you right away. Because I did size up those stairs.
You had to make the decision. Is he
the
worth it?
The first time, yes, because you've got to check. You know, you've got to make sure. But then, you know, for me, if I came back a second time, you know, I must have liked you.
Well, I think I sat you down at the drafting board, showed you my comic strips.
Yeah.
Was I doing dollar? No, sorry. Was I doing Fido at the time?
I don't think you
I was doing another.
I don't know. You were in the middle, I think.
I was doing another strip at the time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might have been dollar. It might have been pests. You might have the rat.
I think you were doing pests.
Yeah. Oh. As is tradition, you can trust Ina to call during the show.
It's late in the stream. It's not like she's.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I dropped the
This is a show about trust.
I dropped the whatchamacallit. The glue stick.
So what?
I'm just telling you. Hello.
This is a show about trust.
Hello. How are you?
The brush is just starting to split at the tip. You're getting double lines. I gotta wet it and try to shape it back into a point. Maintain some control. I don't mind the occasional double line, the occasional split, because it gives the drawing a little bit more character. With a brush, usually the quicker you work, the more active the line looks. I'll just do a quick do. Sometimes it looks better. Just not that time. No, Dino wears Chuck Taylors. A Converse style shoe now made by Nike, I believe. Now this character here looks remarkably like the old bartender and bouncer and barkeeper. Well, this guy, either Lawrence or that guy. Yeah, probably closer to that guy. Hell, I have a happy face, and he has a skull. And I put a skull here. See, I almost made a mistake. Good thing I looked up the references. You should have a happy face tattoo, not a skull tattoo. It's Lawrence here who has the skull tattoo. Well, that's why you get the references. It's not a happy face, actually, so neutral face. And we're guessing this is the dumpster out behind the scratching post, which would be Cat Boss's bar. Keep that in mind. Maybe it'll help me write the Friday joke, which has to end up at the Cat Boss's bar. It's come to my attention that somebody is living in my dumpster. I won't have it. Gee, maybe the cat boss can charge him rent for living in the dumpster. And he's got a slight case of gynecomastia there. And of course, butt crack. Now I've got to do the special effect here of it raining. So let's get the characters settled. And then we go in with the ruler and just draw the straight lines. And do a couple of drops here and there. And the most important thing always to do is have a few of the drops ricocheting off something. Gives it a good look. And we're almost done with this one. And Dino's got a banana peel here on his head. Because why not? Some other crap in his hair here. And some sort of stain on his shoulder. We'll still do the black t-shirt underneath. And just so that we show that's a black t-shirt, no, nothing on this shoulder. Oh, forgot his funky little mustache. 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. Let that dry. Go back to the panels, then the rain special. Actually, no, we should do the background special effect, then the rain last. Hour 25. So, what have we learned today? You can't trust Disney, especially with big piles of money. Dang it, Bob. Thank you for joining me. See you next week.